Hi there and welcome back. So in the last lesson we have discussed the concept of Sudoku puzzle. So in today's lesson I'll be discussing with you that what kind of subroutines, what kind of subfunctions we are going to develop in order to solve the Sudoku puzzle, right? Now first of all what we are going to do, see if you can just have a look that I have taken that Sudoku puzzle, unsolved Sudoku puzzle. Now the entries which are zero that are representing that those entries I need to fill, right? Because we have already discussed that Sudoku puzzle can have an entry that ranges from 1 till 9. We cannot have 0. If I am having a value 0 anywhere, that means my Sudoku has not been solved. Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do, we are going to create a subroutine or a subfunction where we are going to initialize the values. What do I mean by that? That what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all the values ranging from 1 till 9 in all the places where I have an entry 0. Because see, I don't know that whether 1 will fit into this place, 2 will fit, 3 will fit. I don't have any idea. Okay, because every time user can change the input, so I cannot develop my program based on this particular input. What I'm going to do, I'm assuming that wherever entries are 0, I'm going to fill those entries with all the number ranging from 1 till 9. Since I have no idea that which number will fit, so what I'm going to do, I'm assuming that okay, all the numbers from 1 till 9 can be fitted at this place. So what we are going to do in the very first step, we are going to initialize the values. Which values we are going to initialize? Which are having a value which is 0. That means all the spaces which are blank, I am going to put the all the 9 values in that space. Okay, but as we know that that is not possible because each cell can have only one unique value. So what we are going to do in the next step, we will be defining a sub function that is going to repeat, that is going to remove all the row duplicates, because that was the second constraint of my Sudoku puzzle, that each row should contain a unique number. So suppose as I have filled this cell with all 1 to let me just write it here since we have not developed anything. I have written all 1 till 9 numbers in this particular cell. Okay, but all the numbers cannot come in one particular cell. So what we are going to do in the next sub function, in the next subroutine, we are going to check all the elements which are present in this particular row cannot be a part of this cell. For example, we have 6, 7. Okay, sorry, I should have written 0 here. We have 6, 7, 4, 9, 2. So that means this cell cannot contain all the values ranging from 1 till 9. No, this cannot have all the values. That is wrong. This cell can contain only the values. See, it can have value 1. Okay, it can have value, it cannot have value 2. Okay, it can have value 3, it can have it cannot have value 4, it can have value 5. Okay, 6, 7 cannot. Okay, then it can have 8. So these are the four possible values that it can have, this particular cell. Similarly we can work for the other cells. Okay, now the third constraint of my Sudoku puzzle was that I need to check the particular column. Value should not get repeated in the column also. I have checked the row, but I have not checked the column. Now we'll work on with the rows. Oh, sorry, we'll work with the columns. Okay. Now when I approaches to column, 3 is already present, 1, 2, 1 is already present, 3 is already present, 8 is already present. So that means I cannot have all these values. What possible value I can have? 1, 2, no. Out of 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8. Out of 1, 3, 5, 8, I can have only 5. Because 1, 1, 3 and 8, they are already present in this column. So I can have only 5. So I need to check, I need to remove all the column duplicates. Firstly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all the values ranging from 1 till 9 in that blank space. Okay, blank space, I'm again and again telling you, blank space is represented with 0 value. So what I'm going to do, wherever my compiler is going to find a value 0, that that is going to fill that cell with all the values ranging from 1 till 9. But that is not possible because each cell can have only one value. So what we are going to do, we are just going to make a subroutine that is going to repeat, that is going to remove all the row duplicates. Okay, so after checking with that row duplicates, what I find out that I can have only these possible four values for that particular cell, right? But then again, I need to, the third condition was I need to check for the column as well. When I checked with the column, I find out it can have only one, which was my actual target, that I can have only one single value for one cell. Okay, so this is how we are going to work. Okay, I have just taken this example. You can work with, you can take any of the 0 example and you will find out that okay, we are going to work in that manner only. But now left with a single value, but there can be a case more than one value here. So in that case, we are going to have one more subroutine that is going to remove all the block duplicates. I have told you in the very first lesson that we have this table, and inside that table we are going to have subtable. So this is my subtable, this is my subtable. Okay, now we are going to check. After checking for the row, after checking for the column, we need to check that the value should not get repeated in that block as well. I am naming that subtable as a block, so value should not be repeated in that block as well. Okay, so we are going to have a subroutine for that also. Okay, and at the end of the function we are going to check whether our program has been solved or not, our puzzle has been solved or not. How we are going to check that? We will check that there should not be any entry that is having a value that is 0, because if any cell is having a value 0, that means my puzzle has not been solved, because this is the very first condition of your puzzle, that you can have a value ranging from 1 till 9. Okay, so in the next lesson we are going to write the code for this. Okay, I hope you have understood the logic, the concept behind this puzzle properly, because in the next lesson we'll be coding it line by line. Okay, till then enjoy. Bye bye.